Right. Hello, this is Forges Down here with another Halo Wars 3v3 commentated match. And in this game, I will be playing against Mike Bison, Swatmerk, and Oof with V Snipes V and GC Velocity and Anders Arbiter Brutemare. And I'm going to be posting two videos at the same time. I think the fourth and fifth matchmaking game we played against Mike Beaston today, and I think we won like a 4 or 5 and 2 or 3 around that. I'm not sure, but anyway, they're pretty much good games. But uh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be posting the loss or not because they're like I don't think my capture card was on at the time. There was like another match besides that one, and that one didn't get recorded either. But I think that Kai's has it. He probably maybe he'll post the loss. I hope he does because I don't want to be a dick and just only post the wins because those are the ones that actually got fucking recorded. Because of course, as soon as I get a good match in matchmaking after like 3 days of just friggin' Frederick the Third or someone like that, my computer would run out of battery right when I like mid game. It's so stupid. But anyway, I'm gonna be going reactor third here and barracks fifth, which is what you want to do if you're in the middle. If you're at the reactor, then you just go either barracks second or barracks third and move a marine into the reactor hook to get the tech instead of just building a reactor yourself, which is which is a little riskier, but not that much, and you have more money. Or if you're at the far side to the reactor, then you just want to go station most of the time. Or actually, maybe sometimes you could just go like barracks fifth and try the Pelican. I don't know. It's usually most people just go fortress, and then go barracks six if you're there. But with pretty much every leader except Cutter, obviously, you just want to go reactor third, barracks fifth on this map. Almost never want to go reactor fourth, except maybe if you're playing against double UNSC or something and you think that you have two arbiters just pushing up and you'll be fine. It's not like they can catch you off guard or something like that. And another thing about Frozen Valley, I see most people do it nowadays, but they weren't doing it so much like a few months ago. And as Anders or really any UNSC going against any combo except for triple UNSC, you'd want to go Goss because it's a lot more effective and versatile. I mean, I don't really want to go into the specifics, but it's just a better choice, and everybody that's good does it. Anyway, I'm going to be going for this rebel base right now and upgrading another pad, and right there, my hogs could have caught their hogs, if you saw a few seconds ago, when the Arbiter was there, but I kind of came in too late, and if I was there quicker, I could have sandwiched him and probably got maybe one or two more hogs off of that, but he still lost like 2 hogs to begin with, so we're in the lead anyway. And also, this will be a 2-part video since the matches weren't very long. And I'm gonna be killing the. I'm just gonna go to this. Most of the time, you want to go to the blind spot of a base, but if you have so many hogs and it's on Frozen Valley where there's just a healing spire, it doesn't really matter. You can just go for the turn because it'll just die really quick, and you can afford to lose a little health. Gordine is another thing since there isn't a healing spire, and most of the time you're not going to be going straight Goss, so you're not going to have the amount of hogs you need to do it. Now I see that I think that their Arbiter is on that side, so I think it'd be better just to go on offense at this point and try to make him recall or something. And I heal for a little bit, then I just tell him to go over, and I go to the Brute's base. I could have gone to the Arbiter's base, but he already has Grunts there, so it's going to be protected. And Oof, I guess, was just kind of messing around, which is why he made Grunts, but it kind of worked out a little bit since he didn't really spend that much money on him and killed about 2 or 3 blessed pads, and kept our Arbiter over there on defense instead of pushing up and killing pads. But here, I try to catch some of Mike's hogs since he's getting rushed. And if you're the brute and you're right across from an Anders, the Anders is the easiest UNSC to rush, and even if it was a Forge or a Cutter, you still want to rush him. So just because they're double arbiter, they're gonna have to. One of them is gonna be on D, the other one's gonna be pushing up, and it's really just better just to be able to have the Forge just D-bomb early, then before the arbiters can just get all the rage upgrades and start killing stuff, and just have Goss before the other Anders can, and it's pretty much on lock if you just D-bomb at that point, because most arbiters try to go rage heavy at the start or build a bunch of grunts at the start, and it's not like they can have. There's not that much besides Goss that can stop you, and if they're out of the reactor since they're too busy trying to protect their base, it's not like they can do that much. But kind of here, probably just should have D-bomb pushed, but I don't know. I kind of let the game go out a little bit more, and I see that Snipe's base has like 3 brutes behind it, so I tell some of my allies to go behind there and just try to ram him, set a rally point there. I think right here, because if it's only like 3 or so brutes, all you need is 2, maybe 3 hogs if your micro is bad or something. It's pretty easy just to kill them, and brutes just behind a base can do so much damage if unattended. Anyway, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of bases and get a bunch of Goss. If you're under pressure or whatever, most of the time you'd rather it's better just to get a field army, try to get reserves instead of trying to triple base or something like that. But we have the lead, and their Anders can't really push since I bet he doesn't have Goss yet. So I'm free just to do whatever I want and buy as many bases as I want. Now I'm just going to push up, and most of the time when you're pushing up and trying to push on a UNSC base, you want to have, the first time you come over there, you want to have the Arbiter with the Hogs, just in case their Hogs try to come over, their Hogs and Arbiter try to come over. And if you D-bomb the base, the Arbiter needs to be on the outskirts of the base. Like, preferably on the side that the Goss is coming from, just so you can rage down the Goss before it gets there, since they'll be out of the D-bomb. And you can get like maybe 5 or so, which is good. But Mike here doesn't have Goss, so he can't really fight my hogs and has to go away. And now we just kind of resign since there is GG. And I guess here's the next match. It's like on Frozen Valley again, and it's the same matchup. Our Anders Arbiter Brute against their double Arbiter Anders. And they're going to be trying to... by the way, double Arbiter Anders is usually a better combo on this map, but if the Brute is across from the UNSC, then I'd say like the Brute rushing it is actually better than just having another Arbiter. Just going to bring him just so far behind, but now they try to do a different strategy this match. And I get the reactor and Mike's on the far side, so the positioning is pretty good for us since the Brute is all the way, like, not even close to our Covenant. Our Anders, and then I have the reactor hook, so I can get Goss easier and quicker. Since the Marines are just, the reactor's right there, I can just walk the Marines in. At the start here, I think I lose one of my scouts, which you really don't want to do, because one hog, he's probably going to be going reactor third and making 4 hogs. So I'll be even with him for the most part, but the whole thing about going barracks third is that it's as slow as like reactor 3.8 or something like that. Because the Marine still has to walk over there, even though you have the barracks as your third building. And also another tip, it's what I do a lot on this map if I'm playing against somebody who has the reactor. I go reactor third and I get all my hogs and I try to like stop them from getting in the reactor, which is really effective because then you can just catch their hogs or something like that. They won't be able to push up, or even sometimes I'll just go barracks fifth and try to like pelican over and try to take their reactor if I know I can stop them from getting in it. The only problem is that a lot of the times an Arbiter will try to come back and stop you from denying their attack. Which, if he got you, then you'd be in a bad position. Now I'm just gonna walk the marine in, go reactor theft. And although Oof kind of rushes me on this map, most of the time you just want to go 3 upgraded pads and then another reactor's reactor fifth and then blow up the barracks for another reactor and just go Goss that way. Since if you're at the reactor, you definitely don't need to have Fortress or something like that. You can just pump off 3 upgraded pads if you're going Goss. I got the bad. There are 2 sides to this map. There's the bad side and there's a good side for the reactor. If you're at the bad side, then the reactor, the marine will die to the turret and the marines. If you're at the good side, then the marine will actually kill the rebel base, and the marines for you. But over here, I saw that the arbiter was there, so I had to run away real quick. And I'm trying to bring flamers in to stop him, since it seems like he's going to be trying to play offensively on my base and strip down my paths. He's kind of trying to play it like a brute right here. And he does a pretty good job of denying me, but then Snipes is just doing so much damage over to their base, it doesn't matter. So, another thing, when you're defending like this, you just want to keep making hogs and flamethrowers. And if it's a brute chieftain, then you should just get flashbang, since it's as Anders, it's only $100 sorry, 100 resources, and it's a lot more effective than just a regular flamethrower to begin with. I just go over to his base, and I thought there wasn't a turret there, but I see that there's a turret, so I just ram the brute and go away real quick. And this one I'm kind of worried, because then they have their hogs and their arbiter over here denying me. And all I can do is just build flamethrowers and hogs. And their hogs can just easily pick off my flamethrowers. They might even kill my base if they just keep spamming enough grunts and stuff like that. And that stupid reactor, that stupid turret, rebel turret, is still shooting me at the reactor, and my marines are like red bar at this point. But our arbiter comes back to make them run away. And I get some money from Scarecrow just so I can keep pumping hogs and flamers, and since my eco is kind of shit right now. I'm on like 2 buildings. But right there, that's pretty much game. Like, the base is almost dead. And right here, I probably should have just pushed up or something like that, and on a different base, since he looked like he had it there. But you never know. Sometimes they can try to cryo heal, and if he did cryo heal, then we might have lost because the base would have lived. And that was pretty much our rush right there. And Mike Pelican's over to my hub for what I assume is Goss. It seems like I just came over to the base for nothing. And I'll start hitting his hook with the flamers, since I have more. And usually units garrisoned in a hook have more health. But sometimes they don't, especially if it's flamers, they just don't shoot the target. Anyway, they kind of just resign at this point, and I guess like, subscribe, and bye.